Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Today, we're gonna hear, well, more testimony from freaking Wide Eyes herself. But it's so hard to go on. Oh, we're on your side, Miss Foster. Yeah, I bet you are. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Running from the crime. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Alright. Witnessing such violence must have been very difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as is, we're finished. Don't say that! Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. Then make a real great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet! Ha! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination if you please. Contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia! Go on the attack! Okay. It is? I'm gonna press you. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been covered in, been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady. Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could fall. Dots. We're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that? You personally witnessed that? Yeah, I admit. I don't know if it's ever actually... It's had to have happened, but... Would they go through a whole trial like this? For someone who escaped death row and was recaptured? Right? I mean, I'm sure there would be a trial, but I feel like there wouldn't be, like, a trial like this. For the additional charges. Because he's already on death row. Maybe there would be, I guess. To find out the truth behind how the person died or something like that, maybe. I guess? Anyway, you personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. Ooh, you mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problems. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be that difficult. Yes, but let's remember that they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Because he's trying to cover his tracks. Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Okay, so there's gotta be something there, huh? You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh wait, no, we already did that. I gotta press you on that. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people are up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dodo there. You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places. Wait, there's another channeling place there? Or is it the Faye's place? I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed on her own with her own eyes. Her own freakishly large, disgusting, horrifying eyes. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what? Hey, kitten. Have you ever put salt in your coffee? I know a certain fiery redhead that does. No, why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Unlikely. Listen, my point is that you're not sure. You might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. I guess. Go present something. You get nothing to lose except your life. Well, life bar. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well together after all. Was it this one? Let me press again. There was something off about it, right? Oh yeah, he got emotional. Right. So... there's something there. Okay, so it's probably not the victim's note. Located 40 feet above Eagle River. I mean... I wouldn't want to do that. I don't know if that has anything to do with that statement. The scarf, witness's photo. Huh. Okay. Well... I feel like... present my attorney's badge. No. Profiles? I don't know. So there's something here, but honestly, the evidence that I have... I don't know. Above the Eagle River. Oh, I mean, okay. Couldn't he just dumped it in the river? Maybe? It's really the only thing I think I could present here that would make any sense. But even then, I think I'm just grasping at straws, so we might as well try. Maybe it's not here we need to present something? That would be odd given the reaction that we had for it. But, let's try it. Music stopped. The killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. I hide all my bodies. However, the idea of moving a body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Dots. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Like I do. Order. I'm not sure if I care the way you put that, Miss Vase. Shut the fuck up! But I must admit it does seem odd that I did not have thrown the body in the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Ms. Fey would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Huh, quite true. I mean, that is true there. I'll give him that one. Miss Fey, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection!
Yeah, objection, dick! But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. You certainly that's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. More testimony? I'll try. All to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, that mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? He's not talking about me! I'll kill him! Oh, okay, so you added on. After he stabbed her in the back. This is just new? Okay, alright. So after he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Okay, then he carried her over to the car. And then the killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. He couldn't just leave the body on the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to... Yeah, okay, so the last two ones are... You're saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Okay, no, of course she didn't fall down. Yeah, we already had this one. Wait, what's new? Yeah, okay, so we already actually had that one. My brain is... Something's wrong with my brain today. It's a little worrying, to be quite honest. Okay, so this one's new, though. I don't remember this one at all. What do you mean? What did that man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police. You sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. Even on the parts that I'm not really sure of. Alright, so this is completely new, right? So... there's gotta be something here. But what? Oh, actually, yeah. How'd you know? Do I present this again? That's like the third time in a row. Music's up, baby. Well, Ms. Foster, it looks like you done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fey? The killer broke in the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own horrifying eyes? Yes, and... It's simple, Ms. Foster. Take a look at this diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in your way. That's right, Ms. Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. We have a picture of it. Objection. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Your view would have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order! Order in the court, eh? What is the meaning of all of that ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported to the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered something wrong. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just say that! Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite obviously, there's 3 people in this room that are quite imperfect. Indeed, quite true. You know what they say? To err is human, to forgive is divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to the witness here. What? That's not fair! Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial's over. Now it's time to go forward. But that wasn't fair! Yeah, this whole thing is actually quite rigged. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how'd you know that? How did you know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Ms. Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there was marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. There certainly looks like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken into. Well, Mrs. Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side, and I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Like, how'd she know that? It doesn't work. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally? I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there is only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way the music didn't stop, so I'm a little worried. There was only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, and what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body on the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that day, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison guard. He's the one that... I don't think so, Ms. Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car! He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting in a red light, which means that the keys would have been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous. To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been there, put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Timer! Timer! Now's your chance, Mia! Finish this thing! On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is, the shutter from the time may not have been pushed by Ms. Foster herself. 'Cause it has a timer function! Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Ms. Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, she really did see the camera, use the camera's auto timer. Then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Will the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Oh, you're gonna make me point it out? Oh. Well. Oh shit, no! I didn't mean that! I wanted to look at the records! I'm sorry! Yeah, look at the records. What do you think, Miss Edward? Sigh. Okay. Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Faye should do something herself. She should figure out where she stands if she catches my drift. Sorry, I wanted to look at the picture real fast. Witness's photo. Okay. No, go back. I mean, I said that looked like a different hairstyle. So could that be her? Yeah, okay. So we'll click on the bridge. We'll click on the V for Vendetta. Right here? Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Ms. Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order! Ms. Faye! What on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk. The only person with the opportunity to have to put the victim in the trunk, Chronos can read, is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me. Let's remember that it was rainy and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. The defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped him get convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? The note? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. It's the note. Right? Wear a scarf for identification at 4:30. Booyah! Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne. Maybe not anyone. Like if I was standing there wearing a scarf, you'd probably know I wasn't Valerie Hawthorne, maybe? Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Melissa Foster? No! She teleported to the ground, face first. What a talent. Where's Ms. Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. Her. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why'd she do it? Well, isn't it obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Yeah, but why? Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, the court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both waiting in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. To be continued. Okay. So what? She killed Valerie and took her last name? That's rude. That's rude. But then, like, how many months was it until we got her in the beginning? I'm surprised me didn't make more of a fuss about it, because it wasn't until like halfway through the goddamn case that we realized that, like, Delilah was someone Mia knew. Huh, okay. Well, yeah, that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day. Bye.